What's going on, everybody? We are here with the Big Chew Nerds, crunchy and chewy candy. I'm here with my love, Ryan Winton.
What's up?
I'm Chris.
You just called me your love.
Thanks, you are, sir. First, we're going to try out the grape. This is Giga grape.
Giga grape?
Giga? Grape McGiggy.
Oh my, I love it already.
I thought it was going to be hard, so it is interesting.
It's like the one things we tried. Where it was supposed to have the outer shell and then
Those were hard, though. This is good. I like that.
Yeah.
This grape taste. Usually grape isn't my favorite.
Lemon?
So, the other day I seen some nerds, and there were mango.
Ooh.
That one was sour. Ooh.
Ooh.
That was a
That
little
was
hard.
the most lemony candy I've had in a long friggin' time.
And they look like
They got little
brains.
pustules sticking out.
But they're so chewy. You think it'd be the exact opposite. Definitely being nerds. Alright. Kind of generic one taste.
Yeah.
And it's Raining Clovis, New Mexico style. And when me and this kid were younger, when we were kids, we used to we'd watch the radar all the time praying for rain. And now it's kind of raining.
Back when the Weather Channel didn't even have TV shows and it was just like your local forecast, that's all it had.
The 8th of the hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say the strawberry tasted really like what a nerd tastes like.
Yeah. Yep.
So it just has some chew to it.
Giga grape for the win.
I'm going to give it 7.5. They're really good. That lemon was too much. They should put a few more flavors in it. It was only 4, so that's kind of...
We should have like a, not an apple, maybe like a blue raspberry or like a vodka flavor. Just vodka nerds.
Vodka Nerd. So it's 1 out of 10, what are you giving it?
These?
Mm-hmm.
Overall, fuck it, I'll give it an 8. That's 2 sets of 4
So
horsemen.
he one's up. Well, we got the double.
I came up with the question I'm going to ask Ric Flair when we pay for him to fucking call me.
What's up?
Why did Sting get kicked out of the 4 horsemen?
Do you know the answer?
I didn't even remember Sting being in the 4 horsemen, dude. I was like, what?
So, if you had to guess.
When was Sting in the 4 horsemen? With Lex Luger?
Look at how many people
Is that who was
Benoit
in it,
was in the
though?
4 Horsemen.
I know,
Like,
but this
if
is
you
old
go-
school WCW shit. So was it like Sting and Lex Luger were in the Horsemen together?
Dude, there's
Who
so
was
many
it?
people that...
Get out your Google. It's
I
Wikipedia.
got my phone recording this, so I can't really Wikipedia this
I know.
right now, but
I'm telling them to look
they
it up.
did so, like, that was one thing, like the NWO, there's like
When I
90
think about
people.
the 4 Horsemen, I know, but when I think about the 4 Horsemen, I think about like Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and fucking Barry Windham or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the
So-
original.
Which, if you could name 5 people in the NWO that you were like, gosh, that was terrible when they started it, would you say when it went to, well, you don't really have to, would you say when the Wolfpack went there it was too much?
Latino
Or-
World Order.
Yeah, when they started grouping off into 90 of them? Or did you like it when the NWO was like literally 40 people?
Uh-oh. Hold
So-
on, I'll answer that question in a second. I liked it when it was just the NWO and it was like everyone including Diamond Dallas Page and fucking Dusty Rhodes or whoever. Like, so wasn't Dusty Rhodes in it?
Yeah.
Or was he in the Wolfpack?
He was in the black and white. But, it was
But
when he
then
was
once
in
they
the
branched
chunky
out
area.
and there was so many different kinds of world orders that anyone in WCW was in a world order, you know?
What would you say the spin the wheel, make the deal is your most memorable match when you were a kid of WCW, or is there one WCW moment that sticks out?
I mean, from when we were kids, yeah, it's... Or the time you had the tape, it was a Starcade. What the fuck was it? Big Van Vader and Sting?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? You had the goddamn tape.
Oh yeah.
That's like one of that.
So was there a wrestler that?
Because that's
scared
like pre-Hulk Hogan WCW. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, that's the way I look at WCW.
you? Was there any wrestler that scared you when you were a kid? Like
No.
I was saying, the dude that made the Undertaker throw up, Papa Shango.
Uh-huh.
And then Vader scared me when I was a kid when he'd come out with that big mask and it was smoking.
No. I just knew they were all full of shit.
So,
Jake the Snake kind of freaked me out because what kind of
No,
grown
no,
man
snakes.
just carries around snakes to put on other grown men? But, you know.
So, how did you feel when WWE back in the day had it where you could go over the top rope, but WCW, if you wanted to disqualify somebody,
Shit was lame as hell.
like I never understood why they did that. And then, did you notice in WCW, they call it the Bill Hurd days, but they didn't have any padding outside. They wanted to show that they had real men.
Was it WCW or like the NWA,
it was
WCW
WCW.
transition at that point?
It was
like,
WCW, but I would say it was when like Sting, Flair, all them were.
Brian Pillman, Johnny B. Bad, like that era?
So where would you say that? Did you watch the most WCW? Did you do the Saturday nights? Were you always the Nitros?
But you know,
But what? And when your childhood, like, did you watch? Were you always? one to
anytime
watch
there
it,
was
like,
wrestling on, no matter what federation it was, I watched it.
Yeah,
Like,
we used to go over to his wife's house. Well, it wasn't his wife at the time, and watch the pay-per-views. And there would be like 30 of our friends rolling up in his in-laws' house now, and we one time ate all their cookies or the whole cake.
German chocolate cake.
Ate the
killed
whole
it.
thing. They came back and they're like, "Where's our
SummerSlam
cake at?"
'99, and the theme song was fucking
No
Highway to Hell.
chance. Oh yeah, it was the No Chance was the. So what would you say the most memorable Stone Cold when he was fighting Austin, The Rock, when he had Bret Hart?
One of my favorite things ever that he did was when he threw a championship into a river off of a bridge. I don't think it was a world championship.
Was
I
it-
think it was an intercontinental belt. And I think it was him and The Rock, maybe when
Yeah,
The
I
Rock
think
was
it
in the
was, I
Nation
was
of
about to
Domination.
say.
It was on a Monday Night Raw. Or the time Brian Pillman pulled a fucking gun on him.
Oh yeah, that was an awesome time.
Stone Cold, huh? The
Everybody
time he-
remembers the beer truck.
Yeah. The Zamboni.
Zamboni.
The Milk, wasn't that him? Him and Kurt Angle? Or was that something else?
That Kurt Angle doing that to Vince, I believe.
Okay.
Was it Vince?
Stone Cold Screwed, Stone Cold
Stone
Screwed, Stone Cold.
So,
You wanna play?
so, what? Okay, how can I? What's the bloodiest match that you remember?
Honestly, besides Hell in the Cell with Undertaker and Mankind, and that wasn't even blood, that was just like teeth in the
Yeah.
nose and shit. But like, when Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon fought at WrestleMania,
Oh, when he came looking up, I remember the whole place was going nuts.
I need
You might have to come. I think he came from above, like. All right. So this is how Vince came up from the thing, and he was just super bloody, and we were watching it at my friend Ace's house.
Was it at Ace's house?
I believe it was his dad's house at the time. And I remember Nick yelling, "I'm going to get that on a t-shirt tomorrow."
Mm-hmm.
And this fool Nick was one of those people, Winona Judd went to jail, and he had a free Winona.
Winona
like,
Ryder.
Winona Ryder.
Free Winona. He had a shirt
Winona
and a
Judd.
visor, didn't he?
Yeah, we went to...
Or a hat?
I think it was all about sports at the time. The next morning.
Whatever it was by
It was
the
a
old
visor.
Walmart
I
in the
remember
mall.
the visor. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, how did we get to Winona Ryder?
You know?
So what would you say out of WWE or WWF at the time, what would you say your favorite match was when you were a kid?
Favorite match? Like, pre-DX era?
No.
One of my favorite matches of all time is the Hollywood Backlot Brawl with Goldust and fucking Roddy Piper.
Yeah, that is
That
one of the
match is
crazy
the
ones.
shit, because they beat the fucking brakes off each other in that match.
So
what
the thing
WrestleMania
is,
was that? 12?
I think somewhere. Is it 12? Yeah, 12.
Or 11? Somewhere
It was
in
somewhere
there.
around there. I don't think it was 11. I think you were right with 12. So I watched the thing with Roddy Piper it was with Goldust, and
Uh-huh.
he said Roddy Piper really took some hits on that. Like he was supposed
Like
to.
in that match, they literally
Yeah.
beat the shit out of each
He
other.
was supposed to hit the hood of the truck, but
Uh-huh.
Roddy
the
jumped
car,
so
that
high.
gold car.
Yeah, he jumped so high and went so fast that he hit the glass.
Uh-huh.
And he said Roddy took some hits, and he kept on going. And they said that the first part was filmed a week beforehand, and that when they came out to the arena, they were fresh for the day.
But
And
they're
so-
still all beat up.
Yeah,
and
they're still
hobbling
acting
and
like
shit.
they got beat up,
Yeah.
but that's crazy. They were saying that was one of the only WrestleMania skits, or not skits, but match that started beforehand, and then actually they went out into the
You
arena.
want to go old school?
So it was recorded a week beforehand.
You want to go old school?
What's up?
Who did Macho Man beat for the fucking title at the tournament at Trump Towers?
It was Million Dollar
WrestleMania
Man.
4. Yep.
Who did he wrestle the first rounds? Because I know he fought. Did he get a? No, he fought all 4 matches. That was when you're a true man, and like the King of the Ring style, where you had 3 matches in one night. And
I don't remember. Dino Bravo?
I remember that's the one that Bret Hart gets mad and starts destroying the
But that was like, it wasn't even part of the tournament. It was
no,
like an
that was
Intercontinental
beforehand.
Championship match,
And
right?
out of all things, that was at our president's fucking. Now, did you hear that's a concert place now? They like not tore it down, but changed it all out. And that's crazy that he would let that go. You'd think he'd be like, want that dollar, dollar, dollar. So, what would you say the best tag team of all time? Give me at least 3, like so you don't have to go like crazy style, because that one's kind of hard, because you got the Road Warriors, and then
New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, New Age Outlaws. You got a million things that you could think of. Definitely when they put
The
so many.
motherfucking Midnight Express. What?
That's just an odd combination.
You don't
to
like
say.
the
I don't
Midnight
know that.
Express?
That's like saying the Mountie and what was his homeboy, Jean Pierre Lafayette.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Oh
What?
man, why they
Much
haven't
like
put?
the Midnight Express.
I ain't talking shit. I'm just saying it's kind of funny.
Bobby Eaton and fucking, what was his name?
Ricky, not Ricky Bobby. Ricky Morton was it?
Yep, Ricky Morton and fucking Bobby Eaton. And then Bobby Eaton became a fucking extra.
Dude, usually all the WCW dudes would come over and be the extras, and then you'd be like, oh, that's such and such, like 15 years later. They did that to a lot of the guys now. So we got off kind of on the things. What was the best wrestling game on the Super Nintendo? Because we had some gangsters on that one. 'Cause we had the WrestleMania, we had the Royal Rumble. Wasn't there another WrestleMania, or what was the other one? Raw, dude.
That was
Remember
the
that?
best
That was the
one.
first one when you could get like a bucket and just knock somebody over.
Which one was the
fucking head.
one, the first one that Yokozuna did the goddamn bonsai drop on?
I think that
Was
might have
it
been
that
the
one?
Raw. Because we played that Royal
And you
Rumble
could hit him
like
with the
crazy.
no, you could hit him with the steel chair on the Royal Rumble game, right? Because WrestleMania was the first one that was all whack. They had like the 8-bit theme songs.
Oh
remember?
yeah. It was better than the WrestleMania on the Nintendo, where it was just like it wasn't like actual Hulk Hogan's music. So we're at 12 minutes of this happens. Did you ever say announcer? What was the best?
Man.
So
How do you like your country music?
I like my country music, not hip hopish. I'll take that. If I have to choose country, I know this is like something from like our generation, but I would just say
There's
that.
a joke about the post I sent you yesterday.
What post you sent me this goddamn much?
I'm gonna go with Donkey Kong 2, whatever.
Oh,
that
the
one was.
Donkey! I do remember
Donkey
that.
Kong
How do you like your
2,
country?
Diddy's Island or whatever the fuck the game is called.
I was about to give you a Hootie and the Blowfish.
Motherfucking Hootie and the Blowfish.
Darius Rucker, I guess that would be the only way to take my country, but that is awesome. If there's any way to take your country, take it Donkey Kong. Y'all party hard and have an awesome Wednesday.